I bought this car for less than 6% of its original sticker price thanks to almighty Mr. Depreciation, and it is amazing. In fact, it is so amazing, I bought two of them. That's right, I bought two identical cars in two different colors, and here's why. These cars depreciated to the level where it's stupid not to buy them. Well, you might say, hold on, right? It's just an old Mercedes. It's not interesting, unique, or special. What are you talking about here? Actually, it is an interesting car, and it is a very important car in automotive history.
You're goddamn right.
Later in this video, we will talk more about prices. Now we'll share exactly how much I paid for one of these cars and how you can also pick up one of these for literally pennies on the dollars compared to what it was selling originally. But first, let's dive into some cool facts and features about these cars. Oh, hold on, what's going on here? Let me fix this. Much better. So CLS, which stands for Coupe Light Sport, wasn't the first four-door coupe like most car experts claim. It was actually a Rover P5, and it's made to look like the svelte, flowy coupe, but it is indeed a four-door coupe. But this car did something the Rover P5 never did. It kickstarted the new trend, the new genre, the four-door coupe craze, followed by so many automakers after this car came out. Cars like Volkswagen CC, which stands for Comfort Coupe, Audi A7, Kia Stinger, four-door 6 Series BMW, Porsche Panamera, and so many more. Remember, this car first came out in 2004. This is a still beautiful car today, but imagine having this car 2 decades ago. Mind-blowing. This car was cutting edge both in technology and design. Let me remind you what most cars looked like back in 2004 and 2005. Even direct competitors like Audi, BMW, Lexus, or Jaguar weren't making good-looking cars like this. Dang, one of the most popular Ferrari models at the time looked like this.
This right here is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day.
So when I say it's a beautiful car, I truly mean it.
Oh, yes, he does.
These pillarless doors here look fantastic. In the back as well. This very long and flowing front end with these massive headlights flowing into this beautiful, elegant rear end, much shorter than the front end, but this elegant design and the taillights absolutely gorgeous. The whole car to me looks like a banana. It's the shape of a banana, and I love bananas.
What?
The second generation that came after this one is also decent looking, but it wasn't something striking. And the interior, unfortunately, was just like any other Mercedes at the time. It wasn't special. What about the current generation, the third one? Well, sadly, Mercedes fizzled out. It lost its mojo. It lost its proportions. It doesn't look that special anymore. To be honest, it looks too similar to the entry-level Mercedes, which is CLA, or vice versa. This car was certainly one of a kind, and it had a major impact compared to its successors. So now let's talk powertrain. Here in North America, we received two versions of this car. There was a natural aspirated V8 5-liter, which was later replaced by 5.5 liter, which is this car. And then there was obviously the CLS 63 AMG with 6.2 liter V8. That was a higher version of this car. So this engine has 382 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque. Pretty masculine, pretty healthy engine, pretty healthy numbers. It was powered by 7-speed forward automatic transmission, which was a pretty new thing at the time. And fun fact, it has 2 reverse speeds. So even backwards, you can go pretty fast. So the result of this 0 to 60 in low 5 seconds, which is pretty fast by modern standards for such a bulky looking car, but at the time it was definitely a fast car, which I shall demonstrate now by taking it for a drive. As you get in, this is my favorite feature, not just in this car, but any cars that I personally owned or driven. You literally have the engine start button on the gear selector. How cool is that? So you press the brake and then press this button and it roars. That's how it starts. How cool is that? Okay, here we go. By the way, it sounds pretty good. It's not a sports car, it's a Grand Tourer, but for what it is, it sounds pretty good. Take a listen. Now the driving experience, I mean, yes, it's an older car, but it drives very smooth. It's very quiet in here. Relatively, you can hear some tire noise, but that's about it. But let me tell you the story of how I found this deal. I found this deal on Marketplace in San Francisco area. It was about an hour outside of San Francisco. I saw this car in this color. I wanted it immediately because CLS was my next car project target that I wanted to buy in Car Hack. So I messaged the person and the seller responded to me. I got her phone number, and then in 2 days or 3 days or so, I flew to San Francisco to pick it up. Over the phone, I basically told her, hey, I'm not gonna have what you're asking for. Are you any negotiable? She said yes. I mean, since I told her, since I'm coming, I'll be buying it because I'm not flying all the way to San Francisco and then driving back to LA where I'm at right now just to take a look at it. She said yes, you can definitely rely on my negotiation. So anyway, long story short, I built a rapport to the point where she picked me up at the airport in San Francisco. She drove over 50 miles, basically an hour, just to come and pick me up. And that was a great test drive for me back to her place, which was great. Anyway, she paid over $80,000. That was the sticker price. Take a look at the screenshot. For this color, this jade green metallic is what it's called, she paid $6,000. It was listed for $7,500 on Marketplace. And then guess what? I paid $4,800. So now at 48, this is a no-brainer car. This is a lot of car for less than $5,000. Imagine this. And you can still buy similar cars like Toyota or Honda, similar years is what I mean. And yeah, you're gonna have maybe more reliable car, but the effect you get from buying older but luxury cars, thanks to Mr. Depreciation, you can hack them, you can use them for a while. I mean, you really think it's gonna go down even more? You think it's gonna worth less than $5,000 in this condition? I personally don't think so. That's why I love about older cars, because like I said, you can buy them, you can enjoy them for a while, and then when you're ready to sell them, you're most likely not just gonna recoup your initial investment, you're just gonna make money on it. And normally my timeline is about 3, 6, 12 months, or some of them I even hack for 2 years or so. But this one, I'm not gonna hack for that long, but I'm having this car for my second month now. It's been amazing. I love it. The effect is great, and I paid less than $5,000 for it. Yes, the interior is outdated, it is old, but it's still a good looking in my opinion. It has all the leather, stitched leather, perforated leather, the wood trim everywhere here. It has heated seats, it has ventilated seats, it has, I mean, everything is automated here, obviously. It has the GPS, and that engine start button is to die for. I absolutely love it. Yes, being a 17, 18, 19-year-old Mercedes, it might cost you a lot to maintain, is what you would think, but these are solid cars. This engine is bulletproof. Mercedes back in 2000s and late 90s used to build cars differently. They used to build really solid, really reliable cars. So buying these for $5,000, $6,000, I mean, you're not losing that much for what you get for it. As I mentioned, I've been enjoying this car for a couple months now. I absolutely love it. I put a little money into it. I replaced the gasket, did the oil change, and replaced the sensor that was causing the check engine light. That was it. It's smog ready here in California. And I might sell this very soon and do it again with another cool car. If you want to learn how to do this, how to find a good deal and what cars to look for, you should watch this video here.